everybody. So today is May the 4th, and it's a big deal for us Star Wars fans because for us is related to Star Wars Day. May the Force be with you. May the Force be with all of you today and may the Force be with me because today I'm going to show you how to make this cute little Chewbacca and his Porg resting in a beautiful night sky. And of course, I have everything that I need in order to get all the force. So my Jedi training is complete and I can make this happen. I'm such a geek. I have my TIE Fighter, I have my Millennium Falcon, I have my Star Wars mugs, and I have my baby Yoda, all of them to give me the force that I need in order to be good for you guys and to make so in a minute I'm gonna show you how to make the body of this Chewbacca, this cute Chewbacca, and also the details, because the face we're going to be making it live on the Facebook event that we have today on May the 4th. And also I'm going to show you how to make the little Porg so he has company in his night sky looking at the stars. So the first thing I hope you like it is to prepare the base where the Chewbacca is going to sit. I'm just using some cardboard base because in this case this topper is not going to go into a cake. So I'm just going to cover it in black and add some star and some shiny so it will dry so our Chewbacca can sit in it. 250 grams of sugar paste that I already colored in this light brown and add some CMC to it to make it more elastic and easier to mold. I'm not going to use it all. I'm going to use half or a little bit more than half. I usually don't measure anything. I just look and start modeling and see how it goes and remove it and do it again all over. But I'm going to try to give you some measurements today. So I'm going to start by this and I'm going to change the angle of the camera so you will see better what I am doing. Into a thick sausage that I'm going to cut here the two legs using, maybe I'll start with a pizza cutter and then I'll go with a knife just to get a better cut of the legs. So I'm just going to open this here and start cutting here just to give a better cut of the legs. I'm gonna make them longer because Chewbacca is quite tall. Okay, and now I'm going to work this part to make the legs. They don't look like much now, but we're gonna work this a lot in order to give this like hairy finish to it. So right now I don't mind leaving it like that. I'm going to go and sit the body and just push it up here to create some sort of like a pear shape. Also, I'm not going to bother too much with the shape because I'm going to be adding layers. Let me show you here. I'm going to be adding these layers of fur, so it's all going to be covered and it's going to look fuller, so don't worry about it. So I'm just going to sit. This is like the base of what I'm going to do. Okay, so I have this like triangular, almost pear shape because I want to give him some sort of belly here. So when I put the fur, it will add some dimension in there. Okay, good. So So this is the base of the body of my Chewbacca. Now I'm just going to sit him in another base while I work this, and then we're going to sit him, at the end we're going to sit him in the base that we prepared. This is an older base that I have here just while I'm working the fur. I'm going to stretch his legs a little bit more because he's taller, and just give him more shape. Okay. The good thing about this is they're sitting down, so I don't have to create a big structure for him because he's not standing up. However, I'm going to start by adding a piece of a wood stick here just to create the inclination of his body, because he's leaning, as you can see here, he's leaning a little bit backwards. Let me just move this. So you can see here, it's leaning. So I'm going to create that curve now using this, and I'm going to dip this or brush it with some CMC just to glue it to the sugar paste. CMC or Tylose water. So I'm going to insert it this way, just to create the support that I want. Okay, good. I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna cut it later. Now we're going to do the fun part. We're going to be creating the fur using this tool. It's going to take a while, so I'm just gonna keep doing it and recording it, and I'm speed it up for you so you don't have to see the whole process. Basically, what I'm doing is just brushing with this tip to create some fairy finish into the leg. I'm going to do it first on this direction, then on this direction to create the fur going down. And here in the bottom, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna hold it here with my finger, with my thumb, and then push it over. So it will create, I'm pushing over my thumb, so it will create like a furry finish in the bottom. So you can see here. Good. So I'm gonna keep doing. Scissor, I'm just going to create some cuts here to give it a more hairy finish here in the bottom of his feet. Here you go. Now we're going to start doing the same towards the back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add some pieces of fur just to create the overlap, the layers of hair, and to give it a little bit more volume around the belly and on the chest. So I'm just taking pieces of the sugar paste and just move these people around so I will have a space here to work. Okay, just get a little bit kneaded so it will be soft enough to create the fur. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some sort of triangular shape. Okay, let me just mold it with my fingers here. Some sort of, as you can see, is some sort of like triangular shape. Is thinner here because this is the part that is going to be up, and this is thicker, so it will create the volume of the fur. And with the same instrument, I'm going to work it here so I won't damage the Chewbacca while I'm working it, and I can make enough pressure to create a lot of fur. So I'm just going to go like this. create enough texture here so it would look furry. Perfect. And maybe push it down here a little bit more to make it more triangular. Okay, and this will be the base here of his belly. I think it's a little bit big, so I'm gonna just cut it here with my pizza roller. And I'm gonna pinch it here so it won't be too thick. Add some CMC water or Tylose water here to glue it. And there you go. And now I'm just going to blend it with the dough. So, and I'm also creating a volume to his belly. I'm gonna try to keep it up to here because his arms are gonna be covering that part. Okay, however, I'm gonna be blending that as well here a little bit, but maybe with some texture. So it would look like another piece of hair. There you go. See, I'm creating, I don't know if you can see there. I'm just going to go like this, blend it with the texture, the same texture. But his arms are going to be covering most of this. Perfect. And now I'm going to create two more pieces, just like of my Chewbacca that is going to be very similar to what we did to the legs. I'm just going to roll this into a sausage-like, snake-like shape. And then I'm going to work with the tool, the same as I did on the legs, just to create the furry look. Okay, so let me just measure first the amount of arm that I need. I think I'm going to cut it like here, even though we're going to shape it better. So I'm going to cut it like up to here. Let me measure the other one, is a little bit big. So I'm going to cut the excess here. And this will be my two arms, and I'm going to work it with arms, and now they're ready to be placed into the Chewbacca. What I'm going to do is I'm going to round this here and then give it a little cut, but like diagonal. So this will be the place where they fit into the body. I'm gonna glue it here. His arms are to the back because he's leaning back. I'm just going to place it better. Okay, and the other one here. Again, I'm going to round it here a little bit and give it a diagonal cut in order to glue it here and then move the arm to where I want it to be. This part, as you can see here, is going to be covered by the head. I don't know if you can see it. This one here is going to be covered by the head. But anyway, I like to blend this a little bit and give some furry finish here to the arm, to the front, and as well as to the back. So it would look better. And I'm going to do the same in the other arm here. We just push it back because it came down a little bit. Okay. And maybe give some more texture here. Okay. And I'm going to do the same here. Doing his feet and hands. Very simple. This is quite cartoonish, so I'm not gonna go to I'm not gonna do much detail in both feet and hands. I'm going to start really with a ball, measure it more or less. I think this size is good enough. I'm going to go ahead and measure the other feet more or less the same size, otherwise one feet will be bigger than the other. And I think it needs a little bit more. And these two balls will become his feet. And now I'm going to do the same with the hands. I'm going to measure, I think a little bit more. About this size is good. And I'm going to create another one, another little ball for the other hand. Good. So we have feet, hands. Feet, very simple. Just press it, pinch it in the bottom to give it some this shape that is narrow here and wider in this side. Okay. I'm not gonna go into much detail with this one. Like I said before, this is quite cartoonish. So I'm just going to glue this here, the feet facing out, and with the X-Acto knife, I'm just going to mark 5 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. Make the toe a little bit bigger. That's it. And then maybe just push this here a little bit, just to create some shape, but not much. Very simple. Now I'm gonna do the other one. What I'm going to do is more or less what I did with the feet. I'm going to press it down, pinch it here in the bottom to create this shape. But now I'm just going to cut here to take the thumb out, push it, this part will be the rest of the fingers. Okay, I'm gonna cut 4. Then I'm just going to make them like thick and rounder. I'm not gonna go into much detail. Maybe push the thumb out a little bit more. Okay. And now this is the hand that will go in this side. Just going to cut this that I don't need. And I'm going to glue this with some Timeless water. And bring the fur over. Maybe if I want to just add some details here, just to mark the fingers a little bit more. Okay, And I'm going to do exactly the same with the other. Very quickly, using brown and white sugar paste, I'm going to show you how to create the details for the finish. Of our Chewbacca, what I'm going to do is, with the help of a white edible ink marker, I'm just going to add a lot of little dots, to create some sort of like starry night, or I'm going to make just a couple of big ones like this. Like stars here and there, maybe here to the other side. Maybe two more here. Okay, and now using some silver dust, I'm just going to brush it, especially on the sides. Is being done for a live activity that is going on Facebook, and I wanted to share it here on YouTube. What I'm going to go is very quickly through the process on how to place the whole thing together. So once your head is done, so you can see this head, I can even remove it, so it's pretty much the same of the head that we did. Cut the wooden stick that you have holding the body to the size that you want it for your head. What I usually do is I open the hole first with another wooden stick so I won't damage the head while I'm placing it here. So just open it cut it here, then open it here, place your head, move it to wherever side you want to be. Like it could be looking forward or looking to the side. I like it to look a little bit to the side, right? What I did afterwards was, remember we did this stripe. I'm going to show you because I have it here for the live event. We did this stripe that is going to be here. So I just glue it here and glue it here and add the little bag that he has to the side, all with CMC, the water or Tiles water, using your brush. Then you're going to place the Chewbacca onto your the base that we did, as I show you how to decorate the base. So you glue it with also with a little bit of CNC, and then for the final touches, I just add some edible dust, brown edible dust to the Chewbacca, especially here on this. I left like this part lighter and this part of the face lighter. I add some white dust in here and some pink to the cheeks, so it will have a little bit of like fun, and it will be not it will be more cartoonish and cuter. Okay, and then some dark dust with a brush to the arms, the back, like the bottom of the legs and his arms, to the belly, just to add some depth. If you can see the difference, this was like this and it ended up like this. So the dusting and the coloring will make a big difference on your doll. And then you have your pork ready. Just place it wherever you want to place it, to add some life into this cake topper. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you liked it. Happy May the 4th. Happy everything. May the 4th be with all of you. And always, if you want, please subscribe to my channel so I can keep showing you how to do these cute little toppers and many more things. Thank you so much for watching.